Hi, and welcome back to Cinematech, your Southern California home integration specialist. Today we're going to be unboxing the brand new Epson 5010 projector. Epson's got a line of 3 different projectors from low to high end, meaning they're 3010, 5010 being in the middle, and as well as our 6010 being the top end line projector. The differences between this year's projectors and last year's really comes down to contrast ratio, 3D, and brightness. This one has a 200,000 to 1 contrast ratio. Brightness is 2400 lumen. So the nice thing about that is you can go with a bigger screen, and if you're rather into sports and you like a little light on, you can have a smaller screen, but you can have the lights on in the room and still have a nice punchy image. And the other benefit to this projector, it's got horizontal vertical lens shift. So depending on how you're hanging the projector, you can get it to line up on the screen quite nicely. And the other thing too, again, we got 3D going in this projector, and that's kind of the new rave that's going on in a lot of the projectors. Without further ado, let's get into the unboxing. As you can see, we just unboxed the brand new 5010 projector, and it comes with all the usual components. We'll go ahead, it comes with a nice box where you have your usual, you got your remote control, power cable, and all your installation manuals and whatnot, which is pretty typical of any projector. But really, this is what we really want to show is this particular piece right here. Now look at the lens. This is a fantastic lens. It's a Fujian lens. It's got horizontal, vertical lens shift like we talked about. Let me go ahead and tilt this up here a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. Now you got your zoom and your focus rings right here, which are pretty big. Makes it really easy to zoom and focus. You also have your vertical right here and your horizontal lens shift. Makes for a nice piece. As we've talked about, the lens is a phenomenal lens. It's the Fujian lens they put together. Let's go ahead and turn this back around here on the back so you can see what we got back here. As typical on all the new HD projectors, we've got Ethernet, so we can go ahead and do any, as typical of projectors like this, we've got Ethernet, so we can do any firmware updates right to the projector if you need be. It's got your external 3D IR sensor, so when you're using your 3D glasses, it's got a little sensor that you attach to the projector so it can work with the 3D glasses. You got your HDMI, 2 different HDMIs, you got your component cable, you got a RCA, single RCA cable, you got a PC cable, and you got your RS-232, which we use a lot of times for remote controls and whatnot. And you got a trigger, so sometimes you might have particular kinds of screens where you might have curtains either opening them or they have different aspect ratios, and you got a little trigger here for that. Now I want to go take you through some of the more important specifications for it. So you've got the Epson, you got the 3 LCD 3-chip optical engine, which is typical of your LCD projectors. It's the Epson polysilicon TFT active matrix, which is a 0.74 inch wide panel, and you have 3 of them. That's one for the red, the green, and the blue. Now we come up, of course, everything is 1080p, so you have the 2 million pixels right here. Again, here's the important part. You got your light output, so you got a full 2400 lumens ISO standard. That just gives you, again, we talked about be able to put on a bigger, brighter screen, or you can have more lights on in the image. So let's say you're watching sports, you don't have to watch it in a dark theater, you can have some lights on, so it makes it more of a social event, like you're watching TV. Back over down, we'll go you got the lamp life. In the eco mode, you got up to 5,000 hours. In bright mode, you got up to 4,000 hours. That's pretty significant. A lot of projectors nowadays have anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000 hours. So that makes for a big difference right here. We'll go up a little bit further. You've got a great focal length. You got a 22.5 millimeter to 47.2 millimeter widescreen image, giving you a nice focal length. So you can put it in a small room and with a big screen, or a large room with an even bigger screen if you want to. Again, we go down here, you've got 2D dynamic, living room, natural cinema, so you can kind of have your different presets. Like if you have light on in the room, you can put in the dynamic mode. The image is not as nice as in the natural or cinema mode, but you can have lights on and stuff, so it gives you a lot of options. You got your 3D, your dynamic 3D, which gives you a brighter image in your 3D, and then you've got 3D cinema, which again, it's not as bright as the dynamic 3D, but it's a better overall image. And we've talked about, you got your RCAs, your components, your triggers, video compatibility. You can pretty much almost put any resolution on this particular projector. You can hook your laptop up to it, even as 800 by 600 all the way up to 1920 by 1080. So that's about it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this edition of the unboxing of the brand new Epson 5010 projector. Again, if you guys have any additional questions, feel free to call us. We're Cinematech, Southern California's home integration specialist. You can contact us at 888-944-4388. Again, the number is 888-944-4388. Thank you for this edition, and we'll see you in the next one.